皆さん、おはようございます。Today I'll be going over the pronunciations for the vocabulary for Hiragana ta through to. As usual, I will go over the English meaning, and then we will have our last practice for all 10 vocabulary. I just wanted to announce, as I mentioned in my Google Classroom post, we will be having our first semester exam on December 17th. The topics on your exam will be Hiragana a through o, ka through ko, sa through so, and ta through to. So all the hiragana that we have gone over so far. You will be expected to be able to read and write these characters. Along with that, you also have the vocabulary that came with them. So in total, there will be 40 vocabulary. For extra credit, I may ask you for the English meaning for some of the vocabulary, so make sure that you study that as well. Also on the exam, you will have numbers 1 through 10. Next, we also have colors, which we went over for our Halloween Zoom meeting. And there should also be a handout for that on your Google Classroom. For colors, I'll be showing you various colors that we have gone over, and I'll be asking you, これは何色ですか? Which means, what color is this? Also on your quiz, we will have the greetings and classroom phrases. Be sure that you're able to understand the English meaning of the phrases when I say them in Japanese, and also be able to say the words when I ask you what they are in Japanese. And after that, we have our Christmas break. By the way, Christmas break, or rather, winter break is fuyu yasumi in Japanese. Fuyu means winter, and yasumi means a break, or it could mean a day off like from work or school. Okay, let's get on to the vocabulary. 1番タコタコタコTaco means octopus. This word may sound familiar to you if you've ever had a takoyaki before. There used to be a restaurant in Tuman that sold takoyaki, but I don't think I've ever gone there. If you've ever tried takoyaki at Chamorro Village, I know that they had a few different flavors for them, but originally the inside for a takoyaki should be octopus, which is where the name came from. And if you're curious, the yaki part for takoyaki means grilled or cooked. 2番いちごいちごいちごいちご is strawberry. 3番トカゲトカゲトカゲ This means lizard, which is different from gecko. And if you're curious what gecko is in Japanese, gecko is yamori. Yamori. 4番カツカツカツ This means to win. It is a verb. 5番歌歌歌 This means a song. 6番高い高い高い This means expensive, but it can also mean high, like on a high place. 7番地下鉄地下鉄地下鉄 This means subway. Not the subway that you can buy subs from, but an actual subway, kind of like a train station, but underground. 8番 体育体育体育 This is PE or physical education. 9番腕腕腕 This means arm. Finally, 10番洞窟洞窟洞窟 This means cave. For this word, make sure that you're careful with the two O's. Do not pronounce this as dukutsu. It should be dokutsu because the O should always be pronounced as O. Okay, so make sure that you practice going through these however many times you need to so that you can pronounce them clearly and correctly. Alright, so now let's go through these together one more time. 1番タコ2番いちご3番トカゲ4番カツ5番歌6番高い7番地下鉄8番体育9番腕10番洞窟 As always, please practice pronouncing these vocabulary correctly. Sometimes I will hear students read words incorrectly, such as this word. It should be eigo, not ego, because sometimes I hear it that way. The hiragana e should always be pronounced e, even though it's a letter e, and the letter I should always be pronounced I. Okay, as we've gone over for a while now. For the exam, I will be taking off points for mispronunciations. So make sure that you pronounce any of the vocabulary or words that we have gone over the correct way. I will also be giving out a few different things that you could use to study with. Please take advantage of them. Right now, you are building up a lot of vocabulary and that's great. In second semester, we will be moving along and start using them in various sentences. Learning sentence structures in Japanese can be a little bit confusing at first, but if you have a lot of vocabulary that you already know, it'll be a lot easier for you to learn the sentence structures. Okay, 皆さん頑張ってね。